If you've ever blown an account, think about this carefully. Your worst losses do not usually happen when you're struggling. They happen when you start to win. Right when you think that you learned it all and you figured it all out. 2026 is your year. You're going to do whatever you feel like you want to do. That's exactly what happened to my client, Alex, who's a trader that I worked with. And the lesson he learned that could save your account, I'm about to give you in this video for free. See, most traders think that losing comes from not knowing enough. They think, if I study harder and watch more charts, then I'll stop losing. 1 + 1 = 2. But that is not true in this case. What happens is the exact opposite, because you already know how to trade. So you're winning trade. Your confidence is going to start to rise. But suddenly, a small change is going to creep in. You size a little bit bigger than you're normally supposed to be doing. You have a predetermined plan that you are no longer following. You take setups that you normally would not touch. You know what an A+ setup looks like for your setup or for your strategy, and you're ignoring it, or you're ignoring timing that you normally would follow. So now you feel like, well, it's totally justified. I deserve to win. I deserve to do what I want. And so you start telling yourself, I can push a little bit harder. I can risk more than I need to. I can go into this trade because I got this confidence. But that is what puts your account into trouble. And it doesn't have to end that way when it comes to your consistent wins. Alex, who is my client, started with $5,000 in his account. This is an individual account that he had. So he learned the basics. He knows how to trade just like you. And he had a few winning trades under his belt. Confidence was building naturally, and he had rules in place. He already has rules in place. He already knows how to trade. He already has a strategy. But one day, the perfect setup appears, and he's tempted. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and size up. This is something I know. This is what I'm going to do. And he's trading something he's confident in, but there's a critical moment where you feel the urge to stop and ask, should I risk, or should I know that if I lose this money, will I be okay? Should I ask that question instead? And so instead of giving into that feeling, what he does is he follows his risk management. Exactly. He follows his risk management, 1% of his account, exactly what he said he was going to do. He does it. He puts the stop loss where it belongs, and then he ends up working it out beautifully. The trade ends up working in his favor. And honestly, that's one singular disciplined choice, along with everything else we worked on, that protected his account from a potential $800 to $1,000 losses will be calculated. And so he walks away with another win, but more importantly, he reinforces the system that protects him in the first place. He was on a hot streak of 5 trade wins in a row because of those rules and of that risk. But there's so much temptation psychologically, and if you think about it psychologically, why is it so hard? You know how to trade, you have your rules, you know your risk. It's because fear triggers discipline and confidence triggers risk. So without a system, the wins are literally what you're undoing. You're undoing all the hard work that you've done. But with proper rules and risk management and a predetermined size, a predetermined plan, your stop in place, you can survive. Your own confidence is what you're trying to survive. Because honestly, you can either take advantage of your confidence or it can burn you. And that's what we don't want to have in our trading. So ask yourself, when was the last time that confidence tempted you? The last time it tempted you to size up or to bend a rule, to act like you're Superman? Did you stop? Did you ask yourself? Did you really understand in that moment how much losing that money would hurt you emotionally or financially? Or did you go ahead and follow that system, right? Did you let your emotions dictate your trade? So Alex's story actually proves that even when the market is tempting you, discipline lets you turn your confidence of your winning streaks, because you know how to trade, turning that confidence into consistent growth, not just 1 off, 2 off, 3 off times of winning in a row and you go back down, take a huge loss, take a catastrophic loss. No, it turns into actual consistent wins over a long period of time, resulting in profitable months. So I see this across hundreds of traders, because your strategy doesn't matter. Your strategy doesn't matter. Your strategy is probably made out of support and resistance like every other strategy. The ticker doesn't matter. They all have price action. The time frame doesn't matter. You're either a swinger or a scalper. Your time frame doesn't matter. What it boils down to is who can follow their plan. That's what separates the survivors from the ones that blow up. So Alex now trades multiple accounts successfully because he's built a framework to survive his own psychology, his own confidence. The only reason he succeeded is because he respects the containment, not respecting his confidence. He respects his containment even when he felt unstoppable from having multiple wins happen in a row. It's not your setup, it's not your indicator, it's your risk management. It's your ability to predetermine how much the market can take from you. And protecting your account is what turns a hot streak into a lasting edge. It's turning a few wins into a week, into 2 weeks, into 3 weeks. It's turning your huge catastrophic losses into super small losses. And this is exactly what I teach in my full system. How to survive your confidence, your own confidence. How to protect your wins. How to grow your account without blowing it up. So if you want to see exactly how Alex went from blowing up to consistent profits, I'll show you in the webinar. And that is linked free. You can watch it for free down below. Linked in my description box. Before you go, I want to think the last time confidence tempted you. And if you could have done it differently and had a different story, definitely comment below and let me know, because I read every single story. And if you want the full risk management system for long-term growth and turning your wins into long-term growth, the webinar is linked down below to learn the exact steps on how to survive your own psychology and trade with ultimate confidence, because you already know how to trade. So let's make sure your account balance can reflect that.